Hey y'all, welcome back to the Thick AF podcast. It's a new week. This is Sarah. I'm here with Emily.
Hey, hey, hey.
I did well. I called you by your first name, not your last name.
Well, thank God. About time.
So we are recording a little bit of an intro for an episode previously recorded. It is a part 2 to our lovely guest, my man Brandon. And so we're going to chat about a few things. Getting prepped for the holidays. Not really getting prepped. We just want to talk about Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Wait, what? What are we getting prepped for the holidays for?
It's almost the holidays. It's almost my birthday!
And we're really just we're not even getting prepped. We're just like, I'm not prepped for anything.
Oh, I am. I'm all done shopping.
You shopped for everyone?
Everybody.
Did you do it all online?
Yes.
So I have a problem because I have no idea what to get you for your birthday or for Christmas. And you're like, oh my God, I'm so excited about. And I'm like,
I tried to give her present on Sunday.
No, that is not cool. You can't give Christmas presents like 2 weeks in advance if you like know the person. Like, I mean, like we're going to see each other.
I know. I just
she
get
was
excited.
she was being lazy. Well, no, she said, I don't want to move it to my new apartment, which is like literally in the same apartment complex.
It is, but it's still a box full of presents that I have to carry up there.
But mine is one present, not a box full. So,
I gave Melanie hers this weekend already.
And she opened it?
Yeah.
What if you gave it to me? Is it wrapped?
In a bag. Because I don't know how to wrap.
Are you serious?
Swear to God, Brandon wrapped my dad's present yesterday.
Who raised you? Sorry, Chuck and Connie and whoever else.
Donnie and Mitch.
But like, my mom will not allow me to bring gift bags to her house.
Of course,
to
Karen
put under
doesn't.
her Christmas tree.
Listen.
Her Christmas tree has a brand, and it is it has color schemes, and she doesn't want. And also, her dining room table for like Christmas and for Thanksgiving or anytime we're on the dining room table, she doesn't want people bringing their like plastic or like aluminum foil tins that they get, their reusable tins from you get from Publix or whatever.
Yeah.
She doesn't like that. She wants it in dishes. So her table is beautiful with her like crystal candle light and all that.
My mom wraps presents. And I mean, obviously I've been living back down here since 2008, and she usually sends a box of stuff and she pre-wraps it and packs the box and everything. My sister learned how to wrap because she worked for like a retail store that was local to where we grew up in high school. And so she learned how to wrap, and she's a beautiful wrapper. And we got my dad and Connie a shared gift this year. I can't say what it is because maybe they'll listen to this before Christmas. Who knows? But there's a photo of it on the box. And so last night when I was like packing some things, I was like, Brandon, SOS, do you know how to wrap? And he was like, yeah, I know how to wrap. And I was
thank God. Listen, I've been wrapping since I was little, and my brothers are always like, they'll bring their pile of gifts over to my parents' house. They don't even live there anymore. They've been doing this since I was probably 2 years old because my mom taught me how to do it, because she was like, when I have children, they're my slaves. They're not. So she like taught me how to wrap when I was 2. But they will bring them over and they'll be like, Emily, wrap all these presents. I have wrapped my own presents. I'm not kidding. Like when I was younger, so even now, still, my mom does numbers. She doesn't put gift tags with names on them, because when she was younger, you want to know what she did? She took her presents. She would wrap her presents and she would open them up and then rewrap them back.
Me and Jerry did that once. It ruined Christmas. We were so disappointed that Christmas because there's no secret anymore.
Exactly. That's so sad. I can't believe y'all did that. That's hilarious. I've never done that before. And but like my mom said she used to do that, so she knows the trick. So she puts numbers, and it'll be like and she'll get drunk when she does the numbers, and she'll do the numbers on different days, or she used to. She doesn't really get drunk anymore. She like drinks like one drink, and it'll be like after she does everything, and she'll be like, I had 2 sips, and now like I'm going to bed. Bye. But she's like, she'll forget the numbers, and she'll be like, oh God, I forgot who's number 3. And now she has like 7 numbers.
She needs to just do it by children. So Eric is number 1, you're number 2,
No,
and
but
Daniel's number 3.
she can't do that because then we would know who we are. She's doing numbers because she doesn't want us to know whose gift is what. So
Oh
we
my
can't
gosh.
open them. We can't just pick them out and be like, "Oh, this is for me." We'd have to go through all of them and figure out which one is our number.
Well, even better than that, growing up, really, I guess, throughout the Christmases after my parents got divorced and we came back down here for Christmas, we call my grandmother's house the farm. And we would go out to the farm, and it was this old farmhouse that had like 1 bedroom, a bathroom, and then a loft upstairs that had bunks built into the wall. Now they've added on to it and all that jazz. But when we were younger, my grandmother used to buy even just the Ziploc bags for like your sandwiches and stuff. And she would buy the ones that have like the, photos, if you will, on the outside, put a little bit of tissue paper around a present, put it in a Ziploc, and throw it over the balcony.
Wait, hold on. The balcony?
Yeah, like with the loft where the bunks were. She would go upstairs, bring the presents up there.
She threw it
Yes, she would be like bombs away and like drop a bag.
Is this what do you call her, Grandma?
Grandma.
I love Grandma. I've never met Grandma, but she sounds freaking cool.
Yeah, it was like the most.
Bombs away.
Yeah, I mean, she would just be like, "All right, next one's coming," and write like you would like ham and cheese on the front of the bag or whatever. Sarah, Jerry, Amanda.
Oh, she put them in Ziploc bags?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The ones that have like the paintings on the outside or whatever you will, like not just the regular sandwich bags, but the Christmas themed ones.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen those.
Well, I mean, I don't know if
those
they make them
fancy
anymore.
AF. She probably spent a lot of money on those.
I mean,
back
they
in the
were
day.
damn Ziploc bags.
My mom won't even buy Ziploc bags. She wants me to reuse my Ziploc bags because she said she's been green before green was cool.
Okay, Karen.
I know, that's what I said. Her name is Karen.
I mean, I do have reusable Ziplocs, but I don't use them for everything. Like, I have the disposable ones, too. And anybody, y'all can
She
come
gets
for me
mad
if
at me
you
because
want,
I'll be like
but-
throwing away a Ziploc bag. She's like, you could use that for something else.
My mom will wash them out.
Oh my God, that's freaking
My mom
gross.
will wash them out and hang them over the sink candle to dry out and reuse
Do you know
them.
how much it costs for one of those? I mean, I get it. Like, it's helping the environment. That's nice. But, like, I feel like my mom is more worried about, like, spending more money on buying another one or something and not necessarily the environment, maybe. And it's like, okay, that
calling
costs
herself
like 2
green.
cents. Yeah, it's 2 cents for that. And maybe you should just, like, the time it takes for me to, like, rinse this out cost me $30, like,
Oh
of my
my
time,
gosh.
So.
Whatever. Well, anyways, Brandon is a champ, and he wrapped my dad and Connie's present for me. So
Did he teach you while he... hey,
Hell
I need
no.
you to send me a picture of what it looks like because I want to know if it's good wrapping.
It actually, he got nervous at one point. I was like, "You're right there." He's like, "I don't know. I'm getting kind of nervous." But no, it looks good. It really does.
So we're
It's
going to have
legit.
look, I think that this weekend we're
I
having
am-
a gift wrapping teaching contest because if you don't know how to wrap a present, my mom tells me that if I
Emily,
put stuff in a bag,
I do not
listen,
care.
For this
I
weekend
don't
for
wanna
Dirty
learn.
Santa, I was like, am I going to put this in this box or should I throw this box away and put it in a bag? I was like, I should put it in a bag because it's easier for Dirty Santa because people can just pull it out and like, but I'm like, in my head, I have this like thing that is
You have
deep
Karen
ingrained,
on your
yes,
shoulder?
it's ingrained in me of
Yeah.
like, you're tacky. Also, there was a TV show. It was This Is Us, I think. Where do you remember this episode? I know you watched
No.
This Is Us.
No.
Where the girl,
No, I
the lady,
haven't.
they were
No,
like, oh,
okay.
she's a single mom and she came and she wrapped her present in like newspaper.
Don't spoil it. I haven't seen it.
Wait, you haven't? This is an old episode. It's
I've
like the
only
first.
seen season 1.
It's in season 1.
It was a very long time ago.
It was a very long time ago for me too. I haven't seen all of them either. But like, I'm not spoiling anything, and that's not a spoiler. It's just like some
Okay.
lady that comes over. I think it's This Is Us. It might be a different show. Somebody can tell me. But they're all the ladies are like, oh, like poor girl, she got divorced, and it was back in the day when you couldn't get divorced. Thank God for divorce. You know, I feel so bad for that lady, but I also am like, thank God for you because you paved the way for the rest of us. Number one, number two, like
on TV, she did.
not on TV, but like. You know, like that
wasn't the
that
first
was
one to get
modeled.
divorced.
That's modeled. There were people that were like that, and that's why they did this. Like, there's not fiction because it's like fake science fiction. It's like regular fiction. Anyway, so where was I?
I was just talking about wrapping Charles' present.
I'm just like baffled that you cannot wrap a present because I feel like
I mean, I could if I had to, but it's not going to look great, and I don't care.
That's wild to me.
I will go to the dollar store and I will buy 57 bags before I will sit there and try to wrap a
That's
present.
so lazy.
I don't like wrapping. I'm not good at it. I don't like to do shit I'm not good at. Okay?
But listen, you could be good at it because you're good at everything that you try, and you know it.
Yeah.
You do. You are. You're just like me. I'm not.
That is a compliment for you, not for me.
No, it's not. No, I'm telling you, you are good at everything. I that's why I'm like baffled that you don't know how to like wrap a present.
Okay, can we drop it?
No. I really want you to learn. Okay, but anyways, we'll move on to the FMK, and we'll continue this conversation later. But I think that I might bring like
we'll
wrapping
take it
paper
offline
and do
Emily.
on your birthday party / dirty Santa thing this weekend. I think that I'm going to bring wrapping paper and see if we can have a Christmas present wrapping contest.
No.
So, okay, so do your FMK.
Okay.
Also known as
Fuck, Marry, Kill. My first one, I'm taking it back to the jam bands because Crampsy, Emily hurt my feelings, and
oh Lord.
So here we go. Allman Brothers, Widespread Panic, and Government Mule.
Marry Allman Brothers, fuck Government Mule, and kill Widespread Panic.
I can't tell if you're doing that just to irritate me, or
I
if that is really genuine.
I've never really gotten into the Widespread Panic thing. Like, maybe I need to do that. I'm gonna do it for you. I promise. I'm gonna start listening.
I'll learn how to wrap a present if you learn about Widespread Panic.
I will do that.
Okay.
All right.
Deal.
We gotta fist bump that. Make it explode. Okay.
Oh my God.
What about you? What is yours? Well, we know what yours is, but we don't know who your second two. We know your top.
I am marrying Widespread Panic. I'm fucking Allman Brothers, and I'm killing Government Mule. And I really do like Government Mule, but still, that's my choice.
Okay. You want me to go?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
go ahead.
All right. So my first one is we're gonna do the '90s female country singers, and I was a little torn about who to put in this.
Okay.
But we're gonna say Shania Twain. I don't know, Faith Hill, and the Dixie Chicks.
Oh God!
I was gonna do so the Dixie Chicks is a group. I was gonna do like a single, but then I feel like Dixie Chicks is better.
I don't know if I would know them by name if you did a single. So
no, not them single. But I meant like a somebody. I was gonna do Leanne Rimes, but
I felt kill her.
Really, I love Leanne Rimes. No. Oh my God, I love her.
Nope, she's a homewrecker.
Is she?
Yeah. Do you know? You don't watch The Housewives. That's why you don't know this. She is a homewrecker with Eddie Cibrian. No, she wrecked the marriage of Brandi Glanville, who is a very, very, very hot mess and sort of controversial human.
Do we know all of the story?
I mean,
or is it just hers and she's a hot mess?
No, I mean, it is a whole many seasons storyline.
I didn't know this
on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Yes.
Wow.
But yeah, she's a homewrecker. So, kill her.
All right, homewrecker.
Bye.
Okay, but we're doing Shania Twain, Faith Hill, and Dixie Chicks.
Okay. I am going to marry Faith Hill because I think that she would just be like a faithful angel of a spouse to have. Fucking Shania Twain because she knows how to have fun.
And she's also an angel.
Absolutely. And she's Canadian. They're very nice.
I can't believe you're going to kill Dixie Chicks.
I am. I don't really like them. I never really liked them that much. I mean,
I love them.
Kind of, but like I never got into them.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. They're not Dixie Chicks anymore. They're not allowed to be.
Oh, yeah. They're the chicks.
Okay, but this goes into another topic, and we can get into this in another episode. But why did the Dixie Chicks have to change their name, but Winn-Dixie, the grocery store, is still Winn-Dixie?
Oh, gosh. I hate Winn-Dixie anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. Like,
okay, good.
I mean, I'm on the same page with you. Why don't they have to change it? I hate them.
Why did some people have to change their names and then others
grocery stores? Publix, Winn-Dixie, and the Piggly Wiggly.
Oh, Piggly Wiggly? Wait, hold on. Depends on which Piggly Wiggly.
No, just pick.
Depends on which. So if it's like the Piggly Wiggly and like Crestline,
just pick your favorite Piggly Wiggly then, and that's what you go off of.
Okay, I like Piggly Wiggly, and then I like, but I don't have one close to me.
You're fuck, marry, and kill, ding dong.
I know. I'm gonna marry Publix because they're tried and true, and they have a pharmacy, and that's where I go. And you, if you go to their pharmacy, you can go to their pharmacy anywhere, and they can transfer and stuff like that. Piggly Wiggly, I don't know if they can do that. I don't even know if they have a pharmacy. They probably do, and I really like Piggly Wiggly. But so I'm gonna say I'm gonna. What was the other
You
one?
Winn-Dixie.
Winn-Dixie. Okay, so I don't ever go to Winn-Dixie. So there's kill them, and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna fuck Piggly Wiggly.
See, I think I'm gonna marry the Piggly Wiggly. I'm gonna fuck Publix, and I'm gonna kill
See,
Winn-Dixie.
I would have done that too, but like
It was
I feel like because
interchangeable.
I use Publix a lot because it's close to me,
Yeah,
and but you have a Publix close to you. Where's a pig close to you?
out by my parents' house.
Oh, but that's way far.
Not really. It's by Lisa's.
Yeah, that's far though.
Not for
Way
me.
further than the Publix. That's
Oh
literally you
yeah.
could walk to. So,
I could walk, but I don't.
all right. So, did I do my? Did I say who I was gonna?
No, you did not.
Okay, so I am going to. You know what? I might do the same as you, but I kind of like this is a hard one. I thought I was gonna do. I think I might marry Shania Twain because I feel like she is like sweet and sexy. Like
Yeah.
so is Faith Hill, but she's kind of like gone forever. Like
She's
I haven't
not gone
seen her in a
forever.
long time, and
She's like real like regimented. I don't think she drinks alcohol, so like you may want to kill her or fuck her and then be done because
yeah, I think I might kill her.
they're
Dixie
like pretty
Chicks.
straight laced.
I'd fuck the Dixie Chicks because you got that's 3 in 1. That's a foursome. That would be weird though. Are any of them a lesbian?
Honestly, I do not know.
I don't either. I think they were all married at one point.
I'm not sure.
But anyways, I like Dixie Chicks. I think they're cool. I like their new album.
I haven't
Or I'm
listened.
sorry, excuse me, the Chicks. But everybody calls them the Dixie Chicks from back in the day. So, and I honestly don't understand the reason for the name change. But
Well,
I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. But I don't. To me, Dixie, that name, it's like it's not a thing. Anyways, okay. I probably should cut that out. Okay, so do you have another one? I know you did grocery stores, but don't you have one more?
yeah, I do.
Okay.
We're gonna go back to the men's on this one.
The men's.
Yeah, actors.
Okay.
Charlie Hunnam.
I have no idea who that is. While you say the others, I'll look him up.
Okay, Channing Tatum, and Bradley Cooper.
Oh. Oh, Charlie Hunnam.
He was in Sons of Anarchy, which is one of my all-time favorite shows.
Okay, so I never really got into that.
You need to watch it. You'll thank
He's
yourself.
hot. So
He's delicious.
but it was Bradley Cooper.
Channing Tatum. He's an Alabamian.
I would probably fuck Bradley
Local
Cooper, marry Channing Tatum, and kill Charlie Hunnam.
That's hateful.
I know, but like you picked 3 really good ones.
Yeah, I know.
And I know Bradley Cooper and Channing Tatum better than I do the others. And I feel like Channing Tatum, he and his, or I don't know if they're still together, but I'm so old school with all my knowledge.
They have been divorced for years.
Listen, this is
He
how
has a new
bad I am
girlfriend, and
about
I think
anything.
she's, like, remarried or something.
Pop culture, I'm the worst. Just blame it on the alcohol. I don't know. Not really. It's just because I'm so busy and like honestly,
A glass of
I
wine or
could
not, you
really.
still aren't going to be able
I don't
to know that.
These people that know so much about like celebrities, I'm like, do you not have anything else better to do with your time? Like,
Thank you. How rude.
well, it's not. But honestly, I'm jealous of those people because I'm like, why am I working until 7 o'clock at night?
I know a lot of it because,
when other
like,
people on their damn Facebooks all or Instagram and Googling, I don't know. How do you find out? Are you watching like? Oh, I had a roommate in college. Her name was Kayla. Hey, Kayla, what's up? She used to tell me I'd be like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Watching the news," and it would be E-News. It was great. She was so funny. She was like, "I'm just watching the news."
I do get e-news notifications on my phone, but a lot of it comes from like obviously Bravo and watching Real Housewives. Like that's where that knowledge came from. But my mom and my sister and I like will text like if we see something come up or whatever. Like just send. My sister and I more so on Instagram, just like sharing stuff or whatever. But I don't know. I like pop culture. I'd be lying if I said I didn't.
I love it. I think it's great, but like the only time I hear of anything is when I listen. Well, it's every morning, Monday through Wednesday now. I listen to Howard Stern when I wake up in the morning.
And what time does that go off?
I mean, my alarm, it goes off on my alarm every morning at whatever time Howard Stern starts.
6:45.
Well, no, that does go. So it's supposed to go off at like, they start at like 6 my time, I think. But like, yeah. I don't always
That's
listen to the whole
very
thing.
early in the morning
I
for
love
that.
it, but like it helps me wake up, and they're the best.
The only thing that I do
And
in
that's
the
where I get
morning
my stuff.
sometimes is if I'm in the shower, I'll ask Alexa to play the news for me, and I think that it's NPR.
Oh well, guess what? They interviewed Lizzo on Monday. And
NPR or
yesterday,
Howard
no,
Stern?
Howard Stern, and I want to listen to it so bad. I turned it off because I was so tired because I don't know what I did on Sunday, but I
You
think
were
I stayed
at
up
my
really.
house. We were editing,
Oh,
but we
that's
weren't
right.
up late.
We weren't up late, but I came home and I like the next morning I like couldn't. I like snoozed it until like 7:15, and I was like, I can't listen to it. And so I was like, I don't want to start it now. I'm gonna go back and listen to it. But like, I'm really excited.
All right,
to
well
listen to that.
let us know what you find out
Yeah,
then.
because I think Liz and he talked about it this morning again about how he learned some stuff from Lizzo or something, and I was like, oh, that's cute.
All right, I'm excited to hear what it
She's
is.
cool. Okay, so my next FMK is all right. So these are gonna be like interesting.
I'm nervous.
All right, so the first one is Lil Dicky. Second one is Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh my god.
How do you say that? Yankovic?
I don't care because I'm
I was
killing
like,
him. I don't even know.
Yankovic.
I'm killing him. I don't even need to know who the third one is.
The Lonely Island. You know what I'm talking about? Like the SNL guy. Isn't that a good one?
I'm fucking Lil Dicky just because he's your boyfriend, and then I'm gonna marry Lonely Island.
You're gonna fuck my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're gonna kill Weird Al. Okay.
I'm gonna fuck your boyfriend all the while bitching about Leanne Rhymes being a homewrecker.
I'm marrying Little Dicky. Lil Dicky. Excuse me. Is it Lil Dicky or Little Dicky? I don't know.
I think you know the answer.
I'm fucking
to that.
the Lonely Island because and then I'm killing Weird Al. But that's it.
Ew, Weird Al, gross.
Okay, so do we want to get into it now?
Yeah, let's get into it with Brandon and finish off our chat with him for part 2.
All right, you guys enjoy.
All right, can I ask my next question?
Yes.
What do you think people most often don't understand about you?
My face. I have a RBF pretty bad, and then people always think that I'm always mad or upset about something, which is the exact opposite. Like, I'm just like, I don't care. I'm just like, whatever.
I think it's because
because you're like you say your face doesn't ever look like
yeah,
serious to me.
He raises an eyebrow and makes weird faces.
I
all
don't
the
think you
time.
have an RBF though. I think you make funny faces, but I think your voice is like what makes people think you're like. Sometimes you'll say something, I can't see your face, and I'm like, is he for real?
Meh.
I don't know. No,
See,
he
he's
makes
like-
funny
he ma-
faces and raises
He's
his
very
eyebrow.
sarcastic, and he does
Yeah,
like
oh,
sarcastic
yeah.
stuff a lot.
Your face is sarcastic.
My face
And
is
I've only met
Yeah.
him like 4 times or something. I
my
don't
face
know.
is sarcastic.
Yes.
I'm kind of curious, what did I say in the car the other day? You're like, fuck, man.
A lot of things. It was great, and I thought it was funny. What did you said stuff back? I don't even know how many times I've been in the car with you. Was it?
Oh, this is when we went to the UAB game, right?
But wasn't I in the car with you another time? And you were like, yeah, it wasn't when the UAB game. I just would like crack up because you would say something and it would just be like real serious, and everybody's kind of like,
Oh, is this
and
about
it's-
the lion?
the lion?
It's like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't
what was his
remember.
name?
At the zoo.
Yeah. We were walking by that. I was like, oh, there's the zoo. I knew where the zoo was. I knew
the
exactly
lion.
where the zoo was.
Yeah. Tell me what's this lion thing? What are you talking
So
about?
we were in the car. We're heading up to the UAB basketball game. And then Mason was just like, oh, yeah, I was sitting there going, I was like, oh, look, it's the Birmingham Zoo. I never knew where it was. I knew exactly where it was. I knew exactly where it was. And then Mason was like,
He's
oh,
a
yeah,
liar.
that's where they lost the lion. I was like, oh, my God, did they find it?
Oh yeah, that was one of the things that you said. I was like, oh my god, but I knew that. But I feel like I was in a car.
That's just
in
a
car.
dad
I was
joke.
somewhere with you before that car ride because when I was in that car ride, I was like, oh, he's just being like funny, and that's just how he is. But the first time I got in the car with you, so I thought that I don't know who we were with, but like, didn't
But
we
we
go
were in a
somewhere
car
else?
together?
Yeah, I think it was a car. Or we were going some. Did y'all come to pick me up for something?
No, the first time you'd ever been over here was on Sunday, right?
Here at this place?
Yeah.
No, this is the first time I've ever been to your place.
No, I know, but to
In the
pick
car?
her up.
Yes. Yeah, we Mason and I were in the car together.
But we were on the way
back
from
UAB.
No. We went to. Did we go to Rose and DJ's or something?
He's never been there.
Did we go to Santana's?
You were never in the car with me.
Well, maybe. I don't know where it was, but you were making some comments, and I was like, whoa. And then I realized, I mean, I knew you were being sarcastic, but I was like, dang, this is like bold for a newbie. You know, like a newbie to the group. Like, that's kind of bold. Because it was like very sarcastic.
I was gonna say, it's like, because the last 2 times it's been you, all of us at Santana's the first time, and then the second time, and then we went to the UAB game.
That's the only times I've met you? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. It's a launch party, and then I think it was this past weekend, and then
It's only
Saturday
3
night, and then
times?
Sunday night we went to the UAB game.
And then today's number 4.
Number 4.
That's our 4th date, Brandon.
Oh. Let me jot this down real quick.
It's a triple date.
Yeah.
When we were in the car, I started cracking up when you said it because I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious. I think it's funny, but like, I don't know. When I first heard you be like sarcastic, I was like, I couldn't see your face. That's why I think we were in a car.
Or
I
maybe you were in the car with me and he was on speakerphone or something.
Maybe that's what it was.
There's
I don't
a
know.
high probability to that.
Yeah, but I couldn't see your face, and I was like, oh, he is bold. But then I like realized you were joking, and I was like, okay. And then I thought it was funny. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I mean, but I can tell you're just like a sarcastic, you know what? Maybe a-hole.
What? Oh, okay. That was a lot of harsh letters.
Sarcastic, so. ASSHOLE.
Whoa, calm down with the letters.
Trying to get.
You should do a cursing spelling bee one podcast. That'd be hilarious.
Would it? Because like all those words are easy. They're like 3-letter words.
I know, it'd be hilarious.
4-letter words.
Sorry.
I'm
Why
not
are you rolling your eyes?
Because I spelled ashtray wrong in the 2nd grade spelling bee.
Did you spell it ASS tray?
No, I forgot the H. Ashtray.
That's what tway.
Ashtray. Ashtray.
So it's AS tray.
Yeah.
No H.
Tway.
Yeah.
You said tway, like TW.
I don't know.
So, because
also,
you were a child, you had tway.
Yeah, I guess. But also, fuck everybody in 2nd grade for giving that to a child to spell.
Well, honey,
Jerks.
guess what? When I was young, and you people cannot judge me for this because I did not know any better. I grew up in Alabama, okay? But
where are we going with this?
But listen, so I was in Nashville one time with my family.
How hard in the paint are we going?
And we were staying in this really nice hotel. It's like on a railroad track. I forgot what it's called. And I saw like homeless people outside. And I'm like a tiny little girl. And I looked at my mom and dad and I'm like, look, mommy and daddy, it's the homos. Look at the homos. And I kept like, and my mom and dad were like, what? The what? I was like, the homos. They were like, oh my God. I meant to say hobo. But I thought it was home. I thought it meant like like homeless, home, like, you know, like you put like O at the end of stuff that you don't have, like homo. But I kept saying homo, and they just like, they think it's like hilarious that I thought that hobos were homos. But also it's like really terrible at the same time. I'm like, oh God. I was the worst child. I didn't mean it. I didn't know any better. Okay. So, all right. So
on to the next?
Yes, on to the next one. Let's do this. Okay. What one word would your family use to describe you?
I feel like that'd be 2 of them. Bear or ADHD, even though it's an acronym.
Oh my God. I was thinking in my head, he already told us bear.
Or ADHD, which is an acronym.
And they describe you as ADHD.
Yeah.
You can't bear. I don't think bear qualifies.
Okay, fine.
So you're not really a bear. I feel like you're like a comedian. You're like laid back, smoking on,
sipping on gin and juice.
Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. That's how I feel about you.
I'm Snoop Dogg. I'm Snoop Dogg.
That's not Snoop Dogg though.
Yes, it is. We did this the other day on that show thing, and
Juice
I won. And everybody, remember?
Yeah,
oh, you weren't there. You weren't there.
Yeah, but isn't it with Blues Travelers too?
Blues
What?
Travelers.
No.
We need to cut that out because that's embarrassing.
Yeah,
Or keep it in because that's embarrassing.
There is a version that's not.
It's not
this-
Blues Travelers.
Who is
It
it?
ain't Blue
It's I know
Travelers.
what you're talking about, but yeah.
And it's not OAR either with Crazy Game of Poker. It's something else. Anyways, all right. So I'm gonna ask the next one then.
Go.
You have to listen.
Okay.
Look at my face. What's a lesson you learned from either your last relationship or just you learned from any relationship in general that you want to, I guess, do differently or what have you moving forward?
Well, that's a lot. I think that's the part where I told you. I mean, like, I think that's what I've had a lot of shit relationships. Some on my part, some on the girl's part.
Some on the Heather?
Heather.
The other.
Other.
I thought you said the Heather, like
It
that was
sounded
her
like
the girl's
that.
name.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, called out. Okay.
But I think in the past relationships, I think it's always been about patience is a really important one.
That you don't have a lot of?
No, I think I got a lot of patience.
Well, I do too. That's why I'm asking.
I think you need a lot of that going into a relationship because you may not always agree with somebody, and you need to be patient enough to, and then also communicate about what it is that you're trying to explain to people. And I know sometimes I come off pretty articulate, but then there's other times where I'm trying to explain something and I have no idea how to express it. And I am guilty of that many times in my life. Over many years where I'm trying to talk to somebody and I'm trying to say something and I just can't find the words. So patience and communication is definitely huge. You and I talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
And then also just openness and like entirely openness, like mentally, physically, and emotionally. Just be open about. Just tell people what you're thinking and how you're feeling, and just be out with it. And I think all those past relationships I've had, I've kind of got to the point where, you know, over this past years, the last couple of years of between therapy and own personal thinking and enlightenment, or however you want to paint it, I've just kind of got to the point where I just go like, this is what I want to do in my relationship now, and this is how I want to move forward in my life as a person. And you and I connect on that way. And there's sometimes I try to do that with people at work or whatever the case may be, and it doesn't work very well because some people, not everybody's open.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's totally fair.
And that's sad.
Because there's sometimes you want to talk to people about stuff and they just don't want to listen to you. They just go, okay, cool, thanks, and then they just turn around and walk away. And I was like, man, I was trying to have a deep conversation.
Well,
with you.
sometimes, okay, so like I felt like right now you were deep conversationing with us, and I kind of picked up my phone, and
I
it
saw
may
that.
have, yeah, I know, and it may have come off as me not wanting, but I just picked it up really quick because I got a text message, and I read it, and then I thought it might be important, but it wasn't important. But I was listening to you. That sucks. Sometimes you may not think that other people want to like listen and have that conversation, but maybe they're coming off as sometimes people's vibes don't show what they're actually like thinking, which I've tried to get better at sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Like understanding that people, just because somebody has this like look on their face, but also we as human beings need to get better at showing that we like, instead of like being like, okay, well, maybe my vibe, the way that I look and the way that I present myself and my body language doesn't look like that, but I am listening. But we need to get better at like doing the body language that goes with it, because it helps. Body language is way better.
I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
I think that I'm sorry. Go ahead.
well, what I was gonna say is I think, no offense, but I mean this is also a huge distraction.
It is terrible.
And then not only is this a huge distraction, but this is also a great escape. So here I am trying to have a deep conversation with you about something. And how easy is it for you to pick it up or pull it out of your pocket and just fucking zone out while I'm trying to talk to you about something? Like, hey, your dog did this. What's up? And you're just like, me, whatever. You know?
And what's being referenced right now is pulling your phone out in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's not a dig at you. I'm just saying, like, in reference.
No. And I called myself out on that.
Yeah.
Because I did that. And Sarah used to do that a lot with our podcasting. And I would, like, ask her a question. And she'd be like you did earlier. And I'd be like, Sarah, you're not allowed to have your phone. And she's done so good. I'm, like, really applauding you right now. Like, round of applause. Because she has done so good at, like, at realizing she takes good, like, constructive criticism.
Thank
know
you.
what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes,
No,
but
I
sometimes
appreciate.
it's not like constructive criticism. I'm just like, Sarah, put your phone away.
Well, I mean, I appreciate that, but like, I think it's one of those things where you and I are very open with each other. And that is just the friendship that we have. And anytime that you tell me, something like that, like I try to really soak it in and make a point of being better about whatever it is that like I need to do different.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna tell you something like dumb. Like I'm not gonna be like, hey, if you were like only did it once or something, I'd be like, that's okay. But
Well, I
No,
think that's the other.
yeah.
I think that's the other problem is what is it? Catching vibes. Like you're trying to have a conversation with her about something or whatever the case may be, or you're trying to talk to somebody else at work or something, and it was like maybe they're just not vibing the same way.
right. And sometimes people have other things on their mind.
Yep.
And especially at work. Like sometimes I'll be in a meeting and I'll be like today, that happened today. I was in this meeting for this like training for this thing, and I was like in my head, I kept telling myself, be present, be present, be present. Do not think about all these other things that you have to do when you really don't need to be doing this. You already know how to do this. Like, but it was helpful because I actually learned like I didn't learn anything new, but I learned how this like new little organization works, sort of. So, and I was able to ask questions and things like that. But like, it's hard when you have a million things going on, and being an adult sucks. They told me, so I don't want to go back to like living in high school where I can't like do what I want to do, but I mean it might be nice sometimes, like for the like a 6 months out of the year.
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
I
I feel
I
like
I
Who's
think it
first?
I think it's important to learn the things that can be helpful for you, whether it be through therapy, self development, self reflection, whatever it is, or even like a review at work. Constructive criticism is perfectly fine. And sometimes you have to do that with yourself. And that's one of the hardest things that you have to do.
you gotta check yourself.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think as far as being in a new relationship, that is one thing that like I've definitely had to do here as of late is either say what I'm feeling as far as like today, I was feeling very overwhelmed and very anxious. The moving situation, there's boxes all over my apartment. My apartment has never looked like this before and it's killing me. I hate
Well, it's
it.
only because you haven't moved in like 15 years.
I know that. I know. But like it's really killing me. Like my vibes are like bleh, all the time right now because I'm just over it. I want to move. I want to get it done with. I want to get back organized. I want everything to be in its proper place. And then, I have Brandon staying with me sporadically and it's
And it's new.
yeah, and sometimes it's like overwhelming and
And then also this podcast is new, and it's like we spent a
yeah.
lot of time doing this. I
Well,
mean,
hell yeah. And then having him come tonight, I'm like, "Oh my god. What like I don't know."
but why are you
Hey,
so like? Don't you
What?
think this has
I'm
gone?
right here.
I know.
But don't you think this has gone great? Like I think it's
Uh-huh.
gone
Oh,
so well. Like
100%.
haven't you learned
But
new stuff about him?
absolutely I have. And but I also like sent a text message today because I felt myself being like disconnected a little bit and like not my normal communicative self. And
From
I was like,
him?
I'm really sorry I'm being quiet today. Here's how I'm feeling. You, whatever, and talk through it and we're fine.
Well, that's nice that you do that. I don't do that. If I'm just being quiet, I'm like, I'm quiet because I'm quiet. And like, if somebody wants to know why I'm quiet, they can ask.
Well, what I loved about that text message is like her and I talk throughout the day because we have different jobs and stuff. But I mean, like, I never thought for a second that you were being quiet at all. Like it was just like we were just doing
I
our
felt that in myself though.
yeah. So when she finally sent me a text message about like, hey, I'm sorry for being disconnected or quiet and so on and so forth. I'm just going through a lot, and I just finally went, okay, well, what's going on? Like, talk to me. And then she sends me this text about everything that's going on, and I was just like, oh, okay. And then we talked it out and all this other stuff, and I was like, I'm right here. So I was like, whatever you need, just let me know. I was like, you need help moving? Let's go. You haven't asked me, but I'm here. Let's do it.
Oh no, I need all the help I can
You
get.
haven't asked me either. And I thought about that the other day when you were like, I can't go to whatever we were going, like Jessica asked us to go to the thing. And you were like, I have to pack. You said, no, you said, I need to pack. And I was like, oh, she just said she needed to pack. So, like, that doesn't mean I was going to send a message back and be like, well, that didn't mean you have to pack, so you can still come.
Well, I did. So, I guess in full transparency to the people on the podcast, last Thursday I flew up to Philly for my company holiday party, and I flew right back on Friday. And Emily came over on Friday night, and we edited the podcast for what is will drop tomorrow, not this one. And then Saturday, I mean, Brandon stayed that night and he went up and went to work, and I just needed like a low key day. So like I was very weird about like my day, and I got up and I like made breakfast and hung out for a little while, and then I would pause like whatever show I was watching and pack a little bit or organize and throw things away and like whatever, compartmentalize like boxes and whatever. But I just took my time doing it because that's how I needed to get it done that day.
Well, I felt like I needed that day too because I feel like I've been go
Well,
go.
you said yes. You should have stayed
I
your
know.
ass at
Did you
home.
see what I said? I was like, I was supposed to stay home and do laundry and clean my house and watch the second season of what's that show called? With
Big Mouth?
No.
No. Rick and Morty?
No.
Is that a second season?
No, they have a lot of seasons.
The Simpsons.
What's the show?
It's got Katherine Heigl in it.
Oh, Firefly
Seinfeld.
Lane.
Seinfeld. Oh my God, Brandon,
Yeah.
you're such a
You're
gem.
fired.
Is she not in that? She's not in that? Oh, wow.
Definitely not. I think she
I thought
was
she
not
was.
born at that point. Like,
Oh, that's Jason Alexander. I was way off.
oh my God. 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 Yeah. So yeah, Firefly Lane. I started it, and then like halfway through the first episode, I was like 10 minutes in. Jessica sends that message, and I'm like, I'll come. Of course I will. Like I immediately responded.
I had a little bit of FOMO, and I was like, maybe I should just like get in the shower and then I want to go or whatever. And I was like, no, I'm not, because I knew what I needed to do, and
I'm glad you
it.
did that. I did what I honestly got home by like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or something. Wait, that's not the
No,
same day.
you did
That was after the game. Okay,
Yeah.
no, I didn't. I didn't get home till like midnight maybe or later.
Later.
Was it later?
Yeah.
Oh, boo.
For sure. All right. Anyways, we only have 2 questions left.
Well, let's do this.
I think we skipped one though.
No.
You skipped a couple.
Mm-mm.
We haven't even
We ended up
looked.
going back to them.
I have no idea what the questions are.
We ended up going back to them. So
Oh, okay.
one of the last 2 is
I already look. Can I say this? What I told you?
it's already out there.
I already said it.
Yeah, but you can say it
Oh,
again.
okay. Well, anyways, I said that I told Sarah before I met you.
No.
Wait, where was it?
It was not.
It was after y'all first met.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. It was after y'all first met. It was. I said, I have a feeling because you guys had that whole like. We were at your parents' house, remember? And then we came back. That was after your first date, and everything.
I wasn't there.
And
Right,
I was
so
like,
you said it after we met.
after you met, yes,
Okay.
after you met.
I said okay.
After you first met
yes.
and everything, and I told Sarah, I was like, I don't know what conversation we were having, but she told me something, I don't know, but I was like, I just had this feeling that this is it for you. And I have feelings. I don't know. I have good feelings. And I think it is. And I'm telling you, like, I don't know. I'm not trying to say I have like superpowers or anything, but like I just have like I don't know what
You're
to say.
empathic? Is that what you're trying to say?
Possibly. And people have told me that before. But like also, I don't know, I have a good
ESP.
read. I have a good read, but I hadn't even met you yet. But I could tell
That's what it was. I had gone out with him, but you had not met him yet. Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, and I don't know what you were going to do. And then I was like, Sarah, I can just tell you right now, like, I think based on the conversations she had been sharing some, and not anything personal, or she hadn't like reading your text message, but this is what girls do. We talk about the new guys we're dating and stuff, and like the things that she was sharing with me and the way that she was feeling and stuff like that. And I was just like, I can just tell that she, like, this is it. And I don't know about y'all, how y'all feel about it, but maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We'll see how it goes. And we'll see if I'm right. If I am, dang.
Are you going to appreciate my wedding as well?
Sure. And I'm also going to start a company. Oh, shoot, I hit the lamp. I'm going to start a company, and we're going to, like, but you have to
call
do
it
your
Ride
own,
or Die.
Ride or Die. Yeah. You have, yeah. Or like best friend versus life partner. Which is the same thing. But yeah, so anyways. Okay, so we're going to do the last
mad?
one.
Huh?
Are you mad?
Yeah.
Why are you mad? Because you're not her best friend?
I don't care about being her best friend, but I mean, like, if I was to put somebody in a car with me that's going to be my ride or die, she would be it.
I know. I know.
I wouldn't even think twice about it. But like I said, this is where we're different.
Listen, so so Sarah has, and I don't know your past relationships and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to get into Sarah's past relationships, but she's been burned sometimes.
Yeah, I know. She's told me about them.
And it's been not great.
And we still talk about that, and I keep telling her, I was like, I have no.
And I told her that I told her, I'm like, she has had some bad ones, and I have not met a lot of them, but I haven't met any of them actually, have I? Have I? I don't think I've met any of them, but this last dude, not you, obviously, the last dude, he was,
That's not even the worst.
Yeah. He's not even the worst, and he was bad. Like, it was like toxic, like not good. I think she just picked the wrong guys. She finally found somebody that's good, and I'm happy for her. And but I don't think she realizes, she doesn't know how to, I don't know, maybe I'm putting words and thoughts into you, but like,
no, I want to hear what you have to say.
I don't feel like you know how to, she's not she doesn't know how to. She knows how to. She isn't able to open up to you like that yet because it's so early. And she needs some time, and it's going to take a minute. And I think y'all probably had conversations about this already. And I think she gets very scared that she's going to get burned again. And so
we've had this conversation.
Yeah.
We've had this
And
conversation.
I am making this all up. I haven't had this conversation with her at all.
No.
She
all. Hasn't.
I'm just making it up. I don't know.
No, we've had this.
I mean, this was actually part of a text that I sent him today.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you said that to me, and I was like, I feel the exact same way. But I mean, like, I can't remember everything I said, but I was just like, it's like we've both gone through a lot, or whatever. That we've talked about different things in the past about it. I was like, we've both gone through a lot, and now we're in this point in our life right now where I feel like we're both in good places, and I feel like we're both mentally in good places and emotionally, and I feel like this is a good step for both of us. And then you say what you say. Usually you can agree with me, but we also fear that this is not. I say we're afraid of this, but not we're afraid that this really is it, and that's not a bad thing about it. We just both agree like this really is probably the both of us.
Yeah.
And it's scary to think that sometimes, where it's just like...
It's scary to feel like this could be the great thing that we both think it is, and then...
It not be.
No, I wasn't even going to say that.
Okay.
I was just going to say, like, there's also a fear of the other shoe is going to drop, and it's going to be a shitstorm, and then what do you do?
Well, but that's the thing is, like, you, Sarah, especially,
because I don't know how to let myself live in the moment.
Yes.
And
100%. You need to, instead of being like, oh no, he did this or something, you'd be like, and that's a red flag or something, boom, oh my god, I'm freaked out. I think that she, like, you could say, you could like poop in your hand. Not really. Okay, that was bad. I don't know.
I'm so glad you brought this up.
You could do something. All right. Poop in your hand.
Poop in my hand.
Poop in your hand. I'm like, I don't know. You could like do something really small. You could like spill your drink.
Like poop in my hand?
Yes, like
That's
poop in
so
your hand.
small. I hope that doesn't upset her.
You could like spill your drink or something, and she would be like, "Oh my god, he spills his drink. I can't do this anymore." But I think that's because she's scared that, and spilling your drink is a metaphor for something else. Like not a metaphor, but like you know what I mean.
Like tea?
Yes,
Am I spilling
spill
my
your tea.
tea?
No, not
There
the
we
tea.
go.
No, that's not. The But she would be like that, and she needs to be talked down from the ledge, basically, because she knows what she has, but she's scared that she's gonna get hurt.
But he's very good about allowing me with no judgment to voice my concerns, insecurities, whatever. And
Which is why you need to stop freaking out so much.
I'm not freaking out
take a
so
Xanax.
much. Shut up. I'm not freaking out at
He
all.
is so good.
I know this. But I'm happy that I can live
Let's
in
go,
the
Brandon.
no, I think it's just hard for me to live in this world where I'm dating this human that is very, very, very wonderful without feeling like the other shoe is going to drop and something is going to be terrible. And I think even though I'm almost 35 years old, it's also scary to think that, and what I think a lot of people would think is like a very short time period, even though we've known each other for like over a year, that this could be, my end all be all, and not in a negative way.
Yeah.
But I think it was May. I think it's scary.
Did you fart?
No. No, my
I wish.
chair hit the table. Jesus Christ.
No, and like I said, we've had this conversation where it's like I agreed with you. I just like I knew if I went on a date with you, I would end up dating you. I knew it. And I told you, I was like, I knew that if we ended up dating, I would end up dating you. Like, seriously.
Well,
and
I think that that's one thing that, like, I really appreciated about you is even though we were in communication for a very long time, you did, kind of pump the brakes and put everything into perspective and be like, I don't know if I'm staying here. I don't know if I'm staying local, and I don't want to, do that to you.
No,
I don't,
I don't
or
wanna-
myself, and I don't want to
Yeah.
meet you and have something, fantastic get started, and then I have to go somewhere else.
No, I've told you that a couple of times.
Yeah, and
Where I was like, I don't want us to be dating, and then it turns out there's this wonderful relationship starting, or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, by the way, I'm moving to Miami. Thanks.
yeah, because I'm not living in Miami.
Oh, no.
All right, we have one question.
All right, yeah.
left.
So I think that this is a good question. I think we should do it. Do you know your love language? This is a Sarah thing. Like I think, and I can't remember mine, but I think I know what it is. But
He's
do you know what it is? Do you know,
smiling-
Hold on,
do you
hold
know
on.
what that is?
Smiling so big at me.
Does he
right
even
now.
know what it is? He doesn't know
We
what it is.
literally talked about this today.
Sarah,
Why
what's
did
my
you
love
talk
language?
about it today?
Sarah, what's my love language?
I have to.
No, I want you to
No,
tell.
no. Sarah knows because we literally just got done talking about this.
Did you take the test?
No, yeah, but also at the same time, like my ex was really into it, which was really funny to me because we had completely opposite love languages.
Acts of service.
Was her name Heather?
No.
Remember earlier?
no,
No, it's not. Acts of service.
Yep,
Physical touch.
yep.
You have 3?
And
Yeah, everybody
Oh, yeah,
has
that's
3.
right, that's right.
You have 2 minors and 1
I'm gonna
major.
look mine
I
up.
cannot believe I know this shit.
hang on. I don't know what third one is. I
Gift
forgot.
giving, remember?
Yes. Okay.
Because I said if I ever brought you a Telluride home.
Oh, yes. Don't finish that sentence.
I just left it at that.
Thank you.
But I ended up was like, these are my 3 love languages. And I go, so I'm gonna spoil you. You're just gonna have to fucking deal with it.
I have 5.
Oh, well.
They're in. Hold on. These are old. I
Aren't
don't know
there-
if these are right.
There's like 5 or 6.
Aren't there 5
So
love
my
languages,
first one, my
period?
top one is acts of service.
Mine are words of affirmation.
And then what's your next one? You
Yours
tell
are-
me all yours first.
My first one is words of affirmation. My second is, and this is what I need to receive, not what I give.
Oh, I don't know the difference.
Words of affirmation, acts of service, and physical touch. but I feel like I'm good at giving acts of service and words of affirmation.
I feel like words of affirmation you're better at.
And gift giving. I think I'm good
You're
at
good at
those.
gifting. If I were to place those, I would place for you. I would place. What's the first one? What was the other one that I said?
Oh, it's on your
Words of
phone.
affirmation,
Okay.
and then you would do gift giving, and then I would say acts of service. But okay, so my no, maybe quality time because you like to spend quality time together.
Quality time's good.
I
Okay.
do like to, that's fair. I like to spend quality time. And
Yes,
my
you
version
do.
of quality time can often be existing in the same space, even with
Yes,
no words.
exactly,
Yeah.
and that's what I
Yes.
mean. That's why I said that because I
Yeah.
feel like you like to
That's
hang
probably,
out.
I think I like quality time. I like to give and get quality time more than gift giving, maybe.
What is this?
How?
My dog keeps getting down here, even though there's a gate.
Cricky Houdini.
She's like the Houdini dog. Okay, so mine from this is a long time ago, and I don't know if this is the right mine or somebody else's, but I'm pretty sure this is right. So it's acts of service, and it's like a score way above all the others. Like acts of service is my big one. Like I feel like if you have time, like because I feel like my time is very valuable and like if I give my time to somebody else, like that's a lot. And so I also feel like if somebody else were to like come like having somebody help me do something is like the freaking best thing that they could do,
Yeah.
you know? Acts of service, quality time, then words of affirmation, and then physical touch, and then receiving gifts are my list. So acts of service is like 11 points, 6 points quality time, 6 points words of affirmation, 6 points physical touch, and 6 points receiving gifts. But most of the time, I've like talked to guys who have been like, "What's your love language?" And I'm like, I tell them, and they're like, "I'm like, what's yours?" They're like, "Physical touch is number one," and I'm like, "Well, dang, because that's not gonna
Well,
match with me."
I think all guys just automatically assume that's what it is, and I can understand why because I'm one of
They
them.
want to be touched.
Because we want the physical touch and we want to be able to whatever the case may be. But I honestly believe that I know what I like to receive. I like to receive physical touch, of course. I like to receive quality time. So like the times that you and I sit on the couch watching TV doing absolutely nothing, I'm in my zone. I'm in my
Oh, I'm
happy
good
space.
too.
I
100%. I
I'm in
mean,
my happy place where I can just sit there with my girl, hang out, watch TV, and hang out with the dog. Just the three of us on the couch. I'm loving it. And then I think a lot of times that guys don't understand is how much words of affirmation from our women is how important it is to us. Her telling me she loves me is amazing, but then she tells me other things also, and it just like I love her even more. And I think a lot of guys fail to acknowledge that how important it is for their girlfriend to go, "I'm proud of you. Thank you for everything you do. I appreciate you. I will
Well, and some
fucking
guys
I
maybe
will
don't
fucking
know.
kill
Maybe
anybody
that's
on this
not their
planet
love
for you
language.
if you just say that to me. I will give you the moon if I could."
She's good. She's really good at that.
Yeah. And I
I'm
think
not
that's
as good at that. And
you
I feel like I need to be better. I try to be better, but I don't feel like I'm very good at being
what,
like
words of affirmation?
words of
Oh.
affirmation. I'm also I feel like I do give acts of
You're
service.
you 1000% give acts of service, and this is something that we have actually like talked about is well, and she may not even acknowledge this, but as far as the podcast goes, because she will take the initiative to do research and do editing before I even say anything about it. And I all the time tell her, I don't think I do enough for this. I don't think
She
that
says that all the time and I'm like, "No, you're doing so much. Like, what are you
she does
doing?"
she does the same thing to me. She's like, "I feel like you do so much and I don't do any little." I was like, "You do so much for me in this
I think
relationship."
she's manipulating us into doing more for her.
Well,
Just kidding. She's not. But
well,
like,
like she says that to me, and I tell her all the time. I was like, "No, it's like you're doing great."
we wouldn't do it if we didn't. If we thought you were not gonna doing enough or not contributing, then we wouldn't do it. I mean, I feel like
I
that.
think
I would
it's
be like, you would know. You would feel. You would see like a we would be there'd be like animosity, kind of. They'd be like, "Oh my
Well,
God, why aren't
and
you
I
doing
think
enough?"
I think that's probably fair, but I think also that I just want to make sure that like I'm pulling my weight, and I think because sometimes I feel like I steamroll people, and just I have a big personality and I have a lot of opinions, and I think sometimes I seem to steamroll people, and I don't want to feel like that I'm doing that with any of y'all, and so I try to like double triple check in with you to make sure that you are getting what you need from me, and it goes for both of you.
All right, I need you right now to get down and do 50 push-ups. I'm just kidding. I
That
don't
ain't
even know
fucking
if I can. I was like,
happening.
I don't know if I can do 50 push-ups. You can do it on your knees if you want.
Girl, you couldn't do 50 push-ups on your knees
I
either.
bet you I could. You want to try it? You want to do a? You want to do a? No, I'm good. You want to do like a competition? I bet you I can do 50 push-ups on my knees.
I think this would be something for the Instagram.
All right, so I do have one more thing. Do you guys know what your Enneagram number is?
Yes.
12?
No.
100%. That's it. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I'm a 2-wing 3.
A
Oh.
2. Interesting. I thought you were a 3, wing 2.
Mm-mm.
Also, I thought you might possibly be an 8 because I feel like you're
Don't
more
put
of
that
an
shit on me.
you're more of an 8. I'm an 8.
What is this?
It's an Enneagram. It's like a personality test. You know, like the Myers-Briggs personality
Is it
test.
like the palm?
Not like reading your palm. No,
Oh, okay.
it's a little different.
Like you go to a lady and
You
she's
want
like,
to know what you can do tomorrow while I have all my meetings? Take that test.
Go to a psychic?
No.
It only takes
it's
like
not
5
a
minutes.
Psychic. No, it doesn't. Are you
Yeah.
joking?
It's like,
The
which one
Enneagram
am I?
test? Yeah, it's really short.
No, it is not.
It's not that long. Maybe 10 minutes. Which Enneagram test are you taking?
I don't know. Whatever Victoria told me to take. She's
Yeah.
a therapist.
Do I
I
study
listen
Doesn't
to
take
her.
that long.
No.
No, do not
You
study
answer
for it.
questions honestly.
About your habits and things.
Oh, okay.
Like your personal habit, like how you are and like what you think and things like that. It's easy. It's like it's not a hard
Oh,
it's
no,
not a
it's
test.
not-
When they
it's
say
not a
test,
test.
it's not
I
a test.
mean-
It's just like a survey kind of thing. Like,
Okay.
hey, fill this out and then we'll tell you what we think you are. Like you're a part of this, you know.
Is this like which Ninja Turtle you are?
Yes.
I love
it's
this.
like what are they called? The BuzzFeed. Okay, so listen, those quizzes have gotten so dumb.
Yeah.
Like I wish they would actually match the personality of the Ninja Turtle or of the Gilmore Girl or of the whoever you're
my
trying to
God.
match. Like
I
the
keep
Golden
getting Donatello,
Girl.
and I'm like, I am not Donatello. I don't know why you guys keep
Donatello? I love Donatello.
I was
Isn't
like,
he-
why do y'all keep putting me
what
in
color is
Donatello?
Donatello? Is he purple?
Yeah, he's a purple one.
I like purple Donatello.
Now we know why you said earlier. If I tell you not to think about the color purple, what are you gonna think about?
Yeah, that's it. That's how I peppered this into the podcast real quick.
So you-
Don't think about the color purple.
Is
By
it-
the way, Donatello 6 hours later.
Is it because the BuzzFeed quiz was like, what the first question is, what color do you like? And it has all the colors of the Ninja Turtles there, and it's like, you whichever one you pick, you
Yeah,
get.
pretty much, yeah.
Like,
I like
and then you
purple.
answer all these stupid other questions, like, are you happy or sad? Like, and it's like so dumb, and then you still get the one that you pick the color of. Yeah. I don't know. So, okay, well, that was good. It was nice to meet you, Brandon. I see you're tired, so we can let you go. But
Oh, thanks.
or you can stay. We can stay and have a party. Yeah. Don't tell Sarah.
Oh.
Hey, will you guys stay though? I know it's tired time, but at least stay for 20 minutes.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Okay. So,
Thanks,
thanks
babe,
for coming.
for being here.
Thank you so much. Hey, you guys can find
He's
us.
probably gonna break up with me after that, so stay tuned for that episode.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. We are on Instagram, Thick AF Podcast, and
You can find us anywhere where you can get your podcasts. Download, listen, like, give us a rating and a review, and we'll see you next week. Thank you so much.
toodaloo, mother
Sarah.
truckers.
Sarah,
Twat.
love you.
A B C D E F G. I have to go.